How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you guys some more cool VALK spots that you guys can use to win more games. Alright guys, for the first cam spot, you guys can just throw it up here in the village room. This camera's actually going to blend in pretty well. If you guys open up sight here, so where the rotate is and in these walls, you can see a little bit into hookah, you can see into vase, you can see a little bit of 90 as well. And this camera is just going to do a really good job of blending in with the bottles, so this camera should be pretty good. Okay guys, for the next camera spot, you're just gonna go to the bathroom on the first floor, shoot the ceiling and throw it underneath here. This is gonna lead to the room in penthouse, so if you guys are defending penthouse and they attack the big window or open the hatch in bathroom, and you can see a little bit into Hall of Fame as well, this camera is gonna work really well. And just to give you guys a perspective, you can't see the camera, but if you hop on it, you can clearly see me. If you guys want, you guys can also throw a camera at sunrise. Sunrise is pretty common for attackers. And if you just throw it underneath here, you can see all the sunrise. And attackers are not really going to be focused there. And as you can see, the camera's not visible from here. Alright guys, another good spot I like to use for my VALK cams in Oregon is an attic. You can just throw it at the ceiling here. The reason why I like throwing here is because you can see basically trophy from if you open this. And you can also see attics, so you have two different angles that you guys can watch entirely with just one camera. If you guys are on border, you can just pull underneath here. This area is pretty common for attackers to come through custom, so you should be able to get a lot of good intel with this camera. You can see if anyone comes out of this little room right here, anyone coming from the main door, and just in general, you have an overview of this area. And just to show you from an attacker's point of view, you're not going to be able to see this camera, as it hides really well. And then the other one I like using a lot in border is underneath the desk here. This is going to give you a whole side of the whole hallway. You're going to see anyone that's coming in and out. You can see a little bit into break room as well. And from this angle as well, you're not going to see the camera. Another really good one I like to use up here is in drums. So I put it all the way up here by the light. This camera is going to be really well hidden. It blends in really well with the light in general, and attackers are not going to really think to look up there in terms of looking for this cam. And as you can see, the light kind of helps you do a good job of protecting it, so this camera shouldn't be too noticeable. So the next spot in Skyscraper, you can pull in Geisha, just put it underneath the desk right here. Try to not put it directly underneath because this table will break. This camera, it's basically going to allow you to see most of Geisha if they open the single wall and if anyone jumps in from the big window. And this camera is going to work really well just because attackers are not going to see it once they jump in. If you guys want to put a camera in sight, you can put one in aviators. Just put it by the light so it doesn't get seen. And you can watch anyone coming in from steady or anyone coming from the red hallway. And you can also watch the default plant spot as well if someone tries to get a plant off. And if you're playing below and you got a C4, you can just use this. Okay guys, a really good camera that you guys can use in study and villa. You can just put it right here by the light. This camera rarely gets caught by defenders just because the light does a good job of hiding it. And I usually like to put a pre-placed C4 by this doorway, so as soon as I see someone walk in, I can just blow it up. Alright guys, so the next one, I like to put it in master just by this light. And then this camera is going to help you see all of master. And attackers won't be focused on the light, so I don't think they'll see the camera. You can see anyone in the bathroom, the closet, anywhere.
15 seconds.
And this camera is also going to give you a lot of great intel whenever they're going to try to come inside.
10 seconds to go.
If you guys want to put a camera by exhibition, you can put one right here. This camera actually blends in well with this artwork that's going on here. And you know that this area, usually a lot of attackers like to come through here, whether you're defending exhibition or just the other side in general. So you can get a lot of good information off this. So for a camera, if you want to put it in the hallway, if you're defending bedroom, you can put one right here in the reptile hallway, right next to this plant. The reason why you want to do it right here, because if any attackers are coming from this way, the plant's going to hide it a little bit, so that's going to help you guys out.
10 seconds to go.
And as you can see, it'll cover most of the hallway. If you guys are in outback, you pull one by bull. This light's going to be great for putting the camera there. Put the camera there. Look how difficult that camera is to see. And you can see here anyone coming in and out of bull, anyone coming out of games room, and if you're defending party and games, this is going to work really well. By the light up here as well. These lights just do a good job of help with the cameras. So I don't want to put it directly on the light or on this side, because if they open up this breach, it could most likely destroy the cam. So I just put it a little bit further. But regardless, you can see the whole entire room. You can see the window. You can see the breach. If anyone jumps in from bathroom, even from the window, and if anyone's coming up main stairs as well, this camera is going to help you guys out.
Tell me what you're after.